of money, and there was one, the money that was supposed to be thing for something, he carried. I went to buy a box of books. What did you buy now? He gave her the box of books.
And that case went to Dausa. So that's why I said it's relative. We've never fought to him, yes, we've not. But the emotional part and all that, they have to, somebody help to, that is where in the multitude of counsel, there is safety. They have somebody they report they are married to. This one that your husband is the alpha and the omega, I cannot talk to anybody, nobody can, it's dangerous.
There's the instance of time. He himself and his wife went to Papa Deboye's place.
Yes, that's that.
So Papa Deboye has been in the office for over a week. He has not seen his wife. His wife was reporting to Bishop Eriko that see you, talk to him to come out. Bishop Eriko I say, ha, you're telling the worst person.
See the way she just opened her mouth. Where did you get all this? See.
I was very close. His son David was a very close friend.
Wow. So all these things that were, if you don't get close, you may not have this insight.
And they share that testimony is true in the Bible.
Yeah, that was where
they tell you themselves.
That was when I got this 1994. I did my WOFB then. I was also in Winners for many years before I joined Daystar fully. Mm-hmm. So I'm just trying to give you. So if you don't have a vision, you'll be confused. If you don't know where you're going. If today can you say, Archbishop, thank you, but this was what I told her. And all that. You might say this guy is brutal. It's all like because he knew where he was going. And that's the question. Sir, do you know where you are going? Have you shared where you are going with her? And say, no, don't worry, we'll just be going, Sha. When we get there, Sha, at least we get somewhere.
Just be paddling the case.
Yeah. There should be so that is why you need to spend time to pray. That is how to build a home. Storm will come, this thing will come. If you don't have clear vision and where you're going and the core value, you'll just cover that. You'll just be, that is where the standing love will be wobbling. You get that now? Good. So let's go on. Now, we talked about building the home, right? See the way you're all quiet today.
So we should talk.
No talk. All you want,
all right. Sorry. Kemi. Aki. Kemi, unmute yourself. I can't hear you, please.
Hello, sir. I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, Aki, you are a Winners person, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the gist that I just shared now, do you know about
it? Hello, sir.
Are
you talking about the stories about the bishop?
Yes, please.
I just newly joined them Winners, so I'm not conversant with the stories.
Okay. Kevin, go.
I know a bit of them, one or two.
Okay. So which means it's still aligning, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. But why I'm saying all this is because from the beginning, Bishop Edeko knew I'm building a home. This is how my home will look like. This is what God said. I'm sent to the world. And He's make it clear. So, Moga, what is your vision? The only vision this one has is to become a billionaire.
Now, vision.
That is it. So,
not an ordinary billionaire, bigger than the ones
those ones, if your vision is not achievable, it's not it's not smart, it's not specific, it's not measurable, It's not reliable, it's not realistic, it's not time-bound. It is not. Are you with me? So we're saying here now that if you don't, ask God, please, what is the philosophy of my life? Where am I even going? Because if you ask your partner to go with you and you cannot define where you're going, and you're being controlled by your sister, by your mother, by your friend, and all that, then you don't have anywhere going. Do you understand? And when I say vision, vision is the definition of your destination. Write it. Vision is the definition of your destination. If you don't define your destination, it's just like we say the statement that you cannot find what you don't define. You get that? You can't find what you don't define. It's just like you're saying, I'm looking for something. I'm looking for something. What are you looking for? I'm looking at, when I see it, I will know it. Now you now ask your partner to come and help you find what that is what we are saying. All right, so let's jump a bit because today, Lord Amozo, are you getting something here?
Yes.
Good. So after that, we talk about the elements in your marriage. There are some elements that make up the marriage.
I don't know, can I jump in a little, sir?
Okay, Akin.
I just want to ask which of the on both sides, the male, like the husband or the wife, who makes the vision? Because it's expected that both of them should have their own separate vision before coming into the relationship. What you have, someone that you feel like this vision thing comes as relationship starts, or as you go, where sometimes as you go into before you go into the marriage. But then if you find that you have somebody that meets your criteria, but then the vision, our own vision or your vision is kind of not aligning, are you going to merge it, or at that point, what do you do? That's the question.
Okay. Number one, you will naturally attract your equivalent. I don't know if you understand. Naturally, there are some things that attract both of you. Not just if it is beauty is a wrong reason. One of the class we talk about the reasons why people get married. There are healthy reasons, there are unhealthy reasons. But the reason why this person wants to go with you is because there are some specific things that they see in your life. You may not, it may still be in a raw state, but the person can perceive that there's something about you. And when that attraction happens, it shows that there's something about the destiny of the two of you. Are you with me? Most especially those of us that are child of God. It's naturally, you just see yourself moving closer to this person. You don't know why, just there's something good about the person you want to give up in life. But you'll be there to say, no, you can become better. Your head is back, just like this one now. If you start growing here now, you're not wondering, no, your head is good. He's helping his destiny to become clearer. Can you imagine? Oh, man. Put oil. So, what the man needs to have a vision. Now, when he does and he explains the vision, the woman will look at it that, does my vision align with this person's vision? For example, for every vision, it's just like a tree. It has a lot of branches. Do you understand? So that is how it is. There should be a stem. There should be at least something that we are all starting on. So this one, can I see myself in this vision? I have a vision of writing books. And then the person wants to be a pastor. I say, because he wants to be a pastor, doesn't align. In that particular vision, your vision can be fulfilled. Yeah. You are a career person. The husband is a ministry person. In that vision, you can see yourself in that vision. It all depends on how it is being casted and interpreted. Do you understand? Do you understand that now? Yeah. So that's why we say that you can't just marry anyhow. Somebody will say this statement, I can never be a pastor. And I love people that say that. Why? Because I give the person 5 years. If the woman is a ministry person and is attracted to you, it's just a matter of time. You will find yourself in the ministry. It has happened severally. Why? Because the person that is a ministry conscious person moving closer to you, he sees something in you that makes her get close to you. It's just a matter of time. You'll find yourself in the ministry. It's just a matter of time. And it has been tested and proven before time. Except both of you are not going to church.
Mr. Joshua.
Are you with me? I don't want to marry a pastor. So ask the pastor's wife. Ask them. Most of them never bargained to marry a pastor. Now you see them, some people, yes, they knew that is where their life is, and the husband knows, so that one is okay. But there are so many people. Kingsley never thought he was going to marry the woman she married. This Kingsley, this one that is doing married now. What's his name? Kingsley Okonkwo. No, is it Kingsley? Is that the name?
Yeah.
This one, King's Chapel, that is talking about marriage now.
Yeah.
Kingsley Okonkwo. Yes. Do you know their story?
No.
Go and
I
read it.
think Mildred was going to get married to a doctor before Pastor Kingsley came married.
And Pastor Kingsley, she doesn't want to marry a pastor.
Yeah, she didn't want to marry a pastor. Now she's also a pastor.
And she's doing fantastic work,
Yeah.
even up to what the man is doing.
In fact, people even love her. And me personally, I love her
Teaching.
than Pastor Kingsley's teaching.
Do you understand that? So the question is, why do you think this person that have passion for ministry is not attracted to you, that like to be sewing clothes and all that?
I don't understand.
You be a pastor's wife.
Huh?
I just told the man, I said, God forbid. I said, God cannot make me a pastor wife now. Join fashion. How will I said, God, you won't do that. I want to say this thing
I bet it's not
these
saying
5
God
years. I just that. We didn't mean that.
God forbid the fire will be coming.
So Aki, I hope you are getting it.
No, I'm always rejecting that way. No.
Aki, I hope you are getting what I hope I've answered the question a bit.
Very easy.
I didn't get you. Oh, the network of Aki is sorry. Go and climb the roof. Aki, go and climb. Just or walk around the express. You will get network there. All right. So now I say it, and I'm saying it again. Some people say that it's a mistake that I married you. The truth is that it may not be a mistake, but there is a wrong sight, or you are looking at the wrong direction, Some people want the person to be a millionaire now, and the person is not yet, not knowing that the things you say in his life or in our life is what will bring out the million in him. But if you cannot see it, you will not be able to seize it.
Right.
So do you understand now? So remember the story which I said that men are raw materials. They are made from a raw material. They are raw. They don't know anything. They don't have direction. They don't know anything. But when God wants to make a woman, women were more planned than the way they make man. Why? Because when God made the woman, he went to the raw materials and brought out something, put everything together and all that, debts, and put everything together, down and make a man. But when God wanted to make a woman, he went to a finished product. Do you get that? He went to a finished product, brought out something and make the woman. That's why I say to tomorrow, women are far better than men. That's why you don't need to compete with your wife. You are meant to complement. It's there to make you better. It might be saying you don't take it good. You have to choose it. Just take note. It's because he is saying You are too close to this lady. You are too this. You want to be friends with everybody. It's not because you want you alone to. Yeah, some people can be jealous, you know. But the truth there is that your destiny is more important than those relationships. You know one of the things Abraham said. Somebody is unmuting himself. Want to say something? Okay, Aki, just type if you want to say something because your volume is not. Okay, so God said to Abraham, I don't know why I'm teaching. Am I teaching class or I don't know why I'm so excited today. Why am I excited? Because you are coming physically at your place. It did not rain today. Okay, so as I was saying, God told Abraham, listen to your wife. Have you seen that scripture before?
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of.
God told Abraham, listen to your wife. Abraham's wife told Abraham, sleep with the maid.
And the same thing God told Abraham. God did not tell Abraham at the first time that you can go and sleep with the maid too. But when she want to correct his destiny, said, send this woman away. She be God that said, send it away. And all that. I said, can I send it away? And I went to Baba God. I was crying to Baba God. See the woman now. I'm not sure.
No, it was after Sarah. It was after he had slept with.
And they have a child.
The maiden and they had a child.
Mm.
Now Sarah now said,
send her
herself away. He didn't now want to send her away. That was when God now said, listen to Sarah.
Oh, but the first time she was when I told him to sleep with her.
So when it came to alignment with the destiny, he went to, that's where he remembered God. When he asked to go and sleep, he didn't go to Baba God, but should I go and sleep with you? He just oh, Bible, not be one time. You think only one. He just went and said, sure, yeah. Hey guy, come. Yeah. And you know, man, Abraham tried. Different angles.
Man. Analytically.
Do you understand? So it does not once or not twice now. Okay, somebody says sleep with her, and then that's the you think that was just a film, and then Bible says now he's conceived and I give back. And that was all. Hey.
I'm beginning to imagine what you're saying.
I'm beginning to imagine what I'm saying. So back to our class. There is a structure in a home. So let's quickly mention elements that make up a home. What are the elements, human elements that make up a home? Number one,
Father,
husband.
mother, husband, father, husband, mother, wife.
No. I agree as much as I agree. Also. So
Okay,
anyhow.
Wife,
Mm-hmm.
kids,
Children, write it all.
sorry.
All the elements that make up the home. Let's quickly mention that. Father. Is that husband, wife, children, pets,
house help, relatives.
Go on. Just don't just go on. Relatives. Just at your own home. When you are growing up, who are the people that usually interface with your home?
Neighbors.
Mates. Mates. That is house help, domestic assistants, yeah? Drivers, domestic assistant too. Which other one? Never finish. Plenty. Cousins, that is relative.
Niece.
Relative.
Uncles, aunties.
What about friends?
Friends. Neighbors. Pastor.
Yeah, pastor, prophet. Now, all the things you have said that are correct. Now, in these groupings, there are the internal and there are the external. The external should be locked out. The internal should be focused. And the internal are who? Number one,
Husband, wife,
wife,
Children,
children,
pets,
pets,
maid,
maid.
chickens.
domestic.
You get that now? Should I say it again? Eddie, sorry. Are you flowing?
Thank you.
You are still thinking. Every other person, they are external. Now, remember I said your relative, they are external. But if they are part of your family, they are there by privilege, not by rights. Do you understand what I mean? So what it literally means is this, the structure means that the first person in the whole family is God.
Yeah.
After God, husband. After husband, wife. After wife, children. After children, domestic assistant. After domestic assistant, pets. After pets, your externals, starting with relatives.
So pets
And-
is more important than external.
Yes, because the relatives, your relatives are not part of your internal family. Now, the mistake we make in our own family, which my father went through it. Yes, your father in this marriage, build your home. Your father is external. That's why we say that anything they say to you is just a suggestion. You have to submit all these things to your parent. We have this issue. My dad did that for us. Can I continue? Now, when we were growing up and we need something, my father would say, go and meet your mommy. I don't have money. But when his own siblings, I wish it's our own cousin and all that, the money will just come out. All of them, my dad trained so many of them. When we are growing up, now that we need job, we go to them. They do as if they don't even know us. Your primary focus is your immediate family. Don't allow the relatives, your siblings, anything to now interject. You see that I didn't put husband, wife, or husband, mother of husband, or wife of this in between. These are the things that is causing a lot of issues in homes today, because you did not prioritize, did not put things in the right priority. Are you with me? So this is the story. Somebody said, hey, domestic assistant. As far as your home is concerned, your domestic assistant has edge over your brother, your father, your mother, everybody in your family.
Yes.
Yes.
They are the ones taking care of your children.
But anybody you allow stay in your home, pick them as a class.
Yes. Anybody that you give the right to come into your home, your children have the right because they came through you. Your domestic assistant has the right. Do you understand? Your relatives is by privilege. Every other person, relatives, friends, is by privilege. You can say that you don't want to see them in your house. It's by privilege. So don't place them that I know Aki before I married you. I know Annie before I married you. So you cannot tell me that Annie cannot come to my house. Who be you? If you want to leave. So I know this thing may be a bit somehow to some of us, but I'm just telling us the reality. Because later you begin to discover that, look, a lot of things happen there. Now, so let's talk about management, actually. Management in the home. What is management? We know what management is now. What is management?
Running of the home. Administration.
The administration.
What is the definition of management?
Management is the act of planning, structuring, coordinating,
Organizing or coordinating available resources to achieve stated goals.
Thank you very much. What some of definition is? The resource is very important. The coordination, these things, which is about 5 or 6 M's. The coordination, the planning, the staffing, and all that. Then resources, that is the 6 M. Money, market, material, manpower, all the human resource, there's manpower and all the machineries and all that, but that to achieve a goal. Are you with me? So we are saying here there is resources or resource, right? Then you direct, coordinate, plan everything, managing this resource to achieve a particular goal. That is management. In a home, you should consider the resource. One is the financial resource, the human resource, material resource, and time. In fact, the greatest resource out of all is time. We call time the convertible resources. You convert time to get money. You convert time to get manpower. You convert time to give children.
So, sir, bottom line, time is the most important.
Yes. And this is time.
But you can use money to buy time.
No.
You can't use it. A lot of people say that. You can, yes, you can use money to buy time, but what it literally means is that that time factor is very important. That's why you are using money to buy it.
Great.
That's the only thing he had.
Why, what you mean, like, when you say random stuff like that, it's a bit scary, like. That's better.
Are we good? Are we good? So we're saying here, friends, that there is need for you to understand the concept of directing, the concept of planning, the concept of organizing, the resource. And the resource is the elements we mentioned earlier, most especially the human resource. After time, the next one is human resource. That is the hierarchy. Time is the highest, followed by human resource, followed by money. Some people place money above human resource.
First, human resource.
You.
Okay.
So you see so many people in homes, they are running after money at the expense of their family. So I've seen some families that at the end of the day, the guy make a lot of money, but he has lost the wife, lost the family. So take time. And what it literally means that you need to have time for all the resource here. Time for God, time for husband, time for wife, time for the children, time for domestic assistant, and all that. Can I continue, please?
Please, go ahead.
So you need to create time for this. I've said it's about organizing, planning, coordinating, mobilizing, and all that, all the resource. Those of us online, can you see what I'm writing? Can you see the slide?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so what I've said, everything I've said is here. So there are some conditions for effective home management. We said there's need for you to be able to organize, which is what was mentioned, to also cast the vision, to have a vision, also to look at the structure and organize the structure accordingly, which I said earlier. Don't put mother above your wife. She's my mother. And when you are fighting, you now put your mother above your wife. You are endangering yourself. Every other resource there. In fact, the two of you matters more than every other one. Every other person will leave you. It's my friend, it will leave you. It's my children, it's my children, they will leave you. Are you with me? It's my money, it will leave you. It will not leave you in Jesus' name.
So that one's scary.
Are you flowing with what I'm saying here? But the two of you matters in all this equation. And that's why it's very important in deploying your management. You have to be a bit patient with one another. So I said that time is is the greatest resource. And we said that there's need for the most important resource available to mankind is this. And there should be time you spend with your spouse, time to play together, time to pray together, time to plan your outing, go out, plan to do things together. Now, look at me, everybody. Some of us have masters, and you're going for your PhD. Am I right or right? We have one of them here that is even more smarter than this one we did here. This one says, Eniola, she's very,
Yes.
very smart, very intelligent, very everything. Eniola, we are greeting you.
I can hear you, sir.
Okay.
But I never said I was smarter. I just it's fine.
We are hearing you. You didn't hear him.
I said I heard you, sir, but I never said I was smarter. I was just correcting Ernie that when he said
Don't understand.
No, he said it. He admits that you are very smart. You are very intelligent.
Thank you.
So we are
Exactly.
ending-
Can you hear now? She said it was the other way around.
No,
I said I was smarter.
you said it in the
Babe, you
past.
see now witnesses. I actually said it.
okay, I rest my
It was
case.
the other way around.
No, you said she
I
is
said it.
smarter.
Thank you. The sharp.
So we are hailing you from here.
Thank you.
You are sharp.
God. Also, so I hope you are getting that now. Now, the way the whole thing is now is that you should spend time. I was saying something about some of us, you are pouring a lot of energy, adding value to yourself, and you are not deliberate in encouraging your partner to add value to himself or herself. As good as it is, if you begin to grow and then you have your PhD or you now have exposure and all that, and you do not allow her, you will discover that you will now be a world apart. Are you with me? Weak means that you are not growing together. You will discover that there are some places you will not want her to go to. Why? Because of her level. She will not fit. Even if you take her there, she will feel inadequate to be in the circle of your friends. So we now make ourselves, it's natural, so don't think this thing. That is why we say here, grow together. As you are growing up, pull one another up. Don't say, let me make the money. No, pull. If you have some resource that is there, somebody say, but she's not interested in this. Look at what she's interested in and build our expertise in our own area of influence. Not that she wants to study what you study or no. If she's good in powder making, what do you call it? Market. If she's good, and see, she will speak in high places because of her expertise. So don't say because is this what your mates are doing and all that. If that is the area she has developed, help her to grow in that area. If it is business, help her to grow. If it's going to be, there are a lot of educational backings that you have there. So grow together.
Maybe it's the other way around. How,
Same thing, grow together.
but how does she handle that?
She encourage him, expose. This exposure matters a lot. It's even easier for a man because you are encouraging the man to grow. You are pushing the man to say something. You say, I don't want to do that.
But not in all cases.
Sir,
Hmm?
what if in the case whereby she's trying to push the man, and the man now is seeing it in another different light? Okay, because you are this,
Exactly.
you are
That's
telling
where
me indirectly that I
I'm
am
not up
that.
to.
No. So now let me tell you something. The first thing you need to do is let the person feel comfortable in her skin, or in his skin. A time will come that the person will be discontented with his state. See, it's a picture you are painting. See, if you are telling the person,
Not everybody that is like that too.
Yeah,
Everybody
not
that is like that
everybody.
too.
let me,
No, I think,
Like what is it? Like
it's
the
right.
other way.
Yeah.
Some
I know
men
what
are
you're saying.
so.
Then, so I know a couple, when they got married and they started out, they were pretty much on the same level or about the same level. But then as they progressed in their marriage, the woman was building herself and she was always like, guy, how far now? Like, you know, he was doing a business and when they started the marriage, initially he was prospering, he was making money, but after a while it was all business. But you know, Nigeria now. Other countries are even developing oil and stuff like that. So they don't, the dependence on Nigeria is not as much as before. So people that are in the oil servicing industry are not making as much or getting as much contracts as they used to. Okay, guy, diversify. What else do you want to do? What else? Guy, stuck there. And then this woman is like, she's growing. Because, I mean, she's encouraging you, but if you don't want to do, me, I'll not stop growing. Do you understand? So she's growing more and more, and you can see the disparity in their levels now. So it's like she's gone far, and he's still wet. And it's like, okay, maybe because she's making enough money, she's taking care of the kids, she's really pulling her weight. Uncle is
Laid back, Abi.
he's happy to be where he is.
Okay. Now, let me tell you some of the flip side to this. I'll quickly give you something. You can take a horse to the river, but you can't force the horse. But you know you can encourage the horse to drink water. You get that too? You know what? Do you know that I can make you laugh without you knowing that I'm making you laugh? All I just need to do is to start laughing. What does that mean? If you say laugh,
I will laugh.
no matter how you laugh, your mates are laughing and all that. There is a conscious resistance. Now, this person that is growing and all that, all the person need to do is, I met this thing, I'm doing this particular course, so I don't understand this thing. See, this is what they said. What is your view? The person is not interested though, but by the time you are going there and you are sharing this, if you are stirring up the anger, the hunger, the desire in the heart of the person. You know, when he says, if you are willing and obedient, some people are not willing, but he said, God will now work in you, both to will and to do. You understand? So which means something will have to go through you to create that willingness. So a lot of people want us to do without creating the willingness. That's where the issue is.
Yes.
So it's a subtle way of handling cases like that. The person is not interested, but there's a way you are doing the professional course. See what they said to do. And this course looks like something that you'll be good at. I'm just struggling about this is not like your own area of expertise. I don't want to do that, but it feels you but okay, see, this is what is called. The more he hears, the more he creates okay, let me even see what you are doing. This is interesting, okay, let me see. Before you know what's happening, the person will just naturally go into it. And by the time the person go into it, it will now outshine even you that have been doing it long before now. Do you understand? So is it easy? No, it's not. But that's why I said it is a deliberate attempt for both of you to go together. It is going to be good for both of you. But I see so many people now, because they're traveling and all that, the person feels insecure. And you are the one that foster the insecurity of the man. Because you are always trying to. So you now say, are you not saying now that I should because of the person? That is why a woman they gave her promotion and they bought her a car. And she left the car in the office and she still, because she doesn't want. That is because both of them are not growing together. The lady, maybe the way the lady talks, the man has said, I will never use your thing again. Have you heard that statement before? Is it because you are the one that bought it? That's why you are talking to me. I will never. Not knowing that either you have money or you don't have money, the woman will talk to you anyhow. No.
But it's anyhow. Most men
About to dissect.
this anyhow. When you say a woman talks,
Sorry, hold on.
What can you please explain the anyhow talk?
Eniola. Okay, let's hear them. Let's take some feedback from people. I've not gone far. We are still, and I have another training this afternoon. Okay, so you've been hearing all the things we're saying. Kubams, you are here.
Good afternoon, Pastor K. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm excited to be here, even though I'm joining in late. Apologies, sir.
All right, good to have you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Edola, what's your view to what we have been saying since?
I mean, like I agree with what you said about the fact that if the woman already talks to you anyhow, even if you don't have money, there's a possibility that it's still the same. Like it's not a factor on money. I think we also discussed something similar to that some classes ago.
Sorry, I can't hear you. You are speaking in tongues. You're still here.
I was saying that we also talked about this when we were talking about family finance, about like the different ways women would react. It doesn't really matter if it's money, like if you're making more money, but if there's a character issue, it will show either ways. So it's a factor of money. And I agree with what you've been saying about the fact that if you're progressing in life, like your partner would see it, and there should, to an extent, be a response from the person, even if the person doesn't know, but the person would also start to build or become better, I think.
Okay. All right, Kemi, you are there, right? Where's Kemi? Aki? Oh, Kemi is joining now. Oh.
She's having issues with her network. I'll try and get her.
Okay, she's back now, I think. Kemi?
Yeah, I'm back. I was having network issues.
Okay. I hope you are at least learning some things, yeah?
Sure, yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right, because I seriously have, okay. We'll talk about it later. This one that we'll talk about it later. Right, so we are talking about time management, that there's need for you to spend time with your spouse, time to go out together, do things together, grow together. That's what I was talking about. Then you spend time with your children. You know, we're talking about time as time as a resource, how you manage your time with your spouse, praying together, play with your children. Take time out with them, take them out, tell them stories, review their own works, let them learn, relearn, unlearn. It's very important. Don't leave the teaching only to the teachers. And you know there are a lot of teachers now. Lot. Each time I watch the TV and I see some young people dance, I ask the question, who taught them? Are you with me? So if you think that your children don't know something, in fact, 5-year-old child knows more than you, you'll be shocked. Unlike our own days, there's no way. But now, if you assume that they don't know, a 12-year-old girl is telling their parents or some people about sex position. And when you are talking, I said, we have done that one.
Huh? She said they have done that one.
You know the story of this 8-year-old, this girl in Christland, I mean?
Yeah, the Christland girl.
He started having sex at the age of 8.
Summer vacation for something.
There is no, I saw the video, the way she was shaking and was doing, I'm like, come on.
Fire.
There is no position that the girl has not done.
Because when they were doing it, they said, this is somebody you said they raped. See the video. Does this look like rape to you? It's obvious the guy is even the one raping the boy.
You were enjoying it, yes.
So if you think that they don't know, somebody said, if you are talking about sex education, you're taking your children's sex education at the age of 12, or this thing, it's rather late. You start from age of 4. We have 5-year-old, 6-year-old guy. They are active sexually.
Primary school toilets.
Primary. So I'm telling you the reality. So you need to teach them. Don't tell them that when a man touch you, you come pray. Those ones are the ones you can tell us. Like this one now. Are you okay?
I don't know.
You're far away.
It's really worrying.
Worrying.
Your children. So you're thinking of the whole Christmas. There are words that has even come out. Worse than the Christmas issue. Okay, the sad thing is, what can we do? So I think it's like a helpless situation. It is helpless.
It's because of the media. The only way to help is to stop media. Go back to deeper life. Go back to deeper life.
No, I hear people here in Nigeria, they don't want to have children. I'm beginning to hear that now.
Because
No, but if you think not scary. If now an 8-year-old is already that active, imagine what will be happening by the time your own child is 8 years old.
Yeah.
Which means that we're talking about to be 16 by that time.
And you see some children that misbehave. You check the father, oh, well, check the mom. You're like, this child is not supposed to come out from such. So what can we do?
But sometimes,
some people are teaching them. So don't assume that your children are okay. You need to unlearn, relearn, and learn. All these things are very important. That's why I said spend time with your children. Are you with me? Know their temperament. Do the temperament test, which some of us will definitely do. Do the temperament test. Let them know. You get to know their temperament. There are some like that it requires you talking. That is the beating. There are some, they need rod.
better.
You understand? But if you are using rod on someone that is supposed to, you are hardening the person. And then the person will be sensing you. You think the person like you, they're not. Just your just came thing. That one will not. And everybody have a coping mechanism. The moment the person build a coping mechanism around it, forget you have lost the person. Okay, so spend time with your children and all that. Okay, so you need to have time with God, which is also very important. Have an altar, prayer altar, and let us try as much as possible to share the word of God together. Start from now. Don't wait until when you are married. Start from now. Is that okay? So let's see what we can do. So we will go to the human resource. I just spoke on time, right?
Yes,
Now let's talk about the human resource. Now with your wife, your husband, you need to spend time together to try as much as possible to assist one another, to help one another, to encourage one another, to respect one another, to understand one another. Now, going back to communication. Remember, I said something about the greatest tool for communication, the art of communication. I said that you communicate through words and all that, and then the last one is listening. Now, some of us, you listen to respond. Yeah, is the greatest error. And I know I gave a word that I said, I don't understand this person, doesn't listen to me. The critical thing about listening is to understand, not to respond. You listen to understand, not to respond. You are doing a responsive listening. I don't know. Do you understand? I hope I'm
being defensive.
Not you are talking. See, when you are talking now, you are talking to think of what you are going to say back. They want to respond.
To understand.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So you listen to understand, and you don't listen with your ears. You listen with your eyes. If you are listening to respond, you are listening with your ears. But if you are listening with your eyes, you are listening to understand. Do we get that? I just felt I should mention it again. So there's some things your partner have been saying that she doesn't like. She may not be able to communicate. You know, some people, some of us like me now, I don't know how to articulate my words. I don't know how to put words in my emotion, to my emotion.
Or your seat in the eyes.
I'm not happy. I can't tell you this, but you need to read.
You can't do anything.
So some of us, some people, they can tell you how they feel. They can tell you how their eyes is paying them. It's choking me. It's not like it's just something enter my eyes. That is just an example. Most of us, how are you? How are you?
No, we did that.
Fine. That is what, right? The easiest adjective you can use to qualify your emotion at that time is the word fine. But that is not the right adjective to use. Do you know excited is also the word fine? But if you put excitement and fine together, it has two different meanings.
Yeah.
But the right word to use with that word is excited. But the only way is I'm fine. I hope you're getting what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So when your partner says I'm fine, watch what the person is saying to understand what the person is saying. I'm fine. I'm fine. What did you hear?
Not just
What have I said?
To the person of that.
Remember, in communication, we said what you say is just 5%. Also, it's 5 or 7%. 7%. The tone of saying is 38%, and is 55%. Listen with your eyes, not just with your ears. So spend time with one another. Encourage one another. Give to one another. If you are always working towards collecting, you are taking virtue off the person. But when you are giving, you are adding value to the person. The person will think it. Listen, friends, listen. Whatsoever things that leave your pocket today, most especially to your partner, it has left you, but has not left you. Do you get that? What it means is that that thing that have left your pocket has actually gone to your future in one way or the other to preserve your future. Yes, please.
so, sir, this thing you said now, how can you differentiate it with my money is my money, your money
Oh
is
my
my money?
God, Joe.
I will not leave here today. Accept it. My money is my money.
Yeah.
Just-
Our money.
It's your money. It's our money.
Take it.
We'll go back to that. We'll talk about finance again.
But
All right.
you want that invented the same.
Sorry, can I continue? So, pleasant surprises. You know, just sometimes just decide to surprise him, surprise her. You ladies always want pleasant surprise, but you do it a lot to us.
Mom,
Let me tell you the truth.
you didn't try.
See,
Well said.
I need to stand up at this point.
Sir, I stand with you.
That's what. That's what.
If there is anyone that is discouraged most at the men, see, don't think that. See, so you know, we always behave like
We are
Superman.
fine.
We feel like we don't cry. You know, they say men don't cry.
Amen.
Yeah?
Do you really want us to die?
Oh,
Women.
no, you can't die. Before you die, the men will have died. Died. So because we are dying, thank God. Because we are dying, you should encourage us to die more. Look at me now. Thank God for that scripture you quote. He said you should love, you should love your wife as Christ loved the church and he died. So which means we are dying.
So you should.
So please,
Church did not die with Christ, though. The church are revived real because Christ died.
Now,
Okay.
men needs encouragement. Don't say, see, I've told us before that when you say your hair is due, what you have said is your hair is due. But what the man is hearing is what? What are you hearing?
Can you hear it? Can you hear what you said?
So,
Because there was a day I said something. I cannot remember what I said. I was just saying
Let's
it
finish them.
for the sake
Of saying,
saying. Uncle was
interpreting,
I'm
that's what they did.
I just told
They are
you
like
this.
that.
And I'm like, but you know, I'm even a blunt person. If I want to ask you for something, I will just come ask you, Joshua, I beg, give me this thing. So if I wanted something, there's no need for me to be cunning.
now,
I'm just giving you information.
yes, to you, it is an information.
For the man.
To us, it is not.
Okay.
His request. Have you not heard the song? Waiting go kill a man, I believe no.
All right. I hope you're getting this now. So men needs encouragement. That's what the bottom line. And please don't take each other for granted. That is the worst part. The other resource we have is children, right? Determine the number of children you want to have and plan. Not only that, we also determine the number of years that you use to space them. You know, somebody want to be having children one every year. It's okay. Very, very good. But we said it's not healthy. So if you are going to 12, you're going to 15, 50, God bless you. From one wife.
Going to birth.
No, from one wife now.
How did you know? I mean, you want to go adopt across the country.
All right, so time is gone, please. So we should let's try to recognize that children are God's heritage. You should learn to discipline your children in love. Please don't compare children. Be patient with them. Train them early to be self-dependent. Provide for their needs and not their wants.
So where is the place of Cain in this discipline thing? I need that.
The heart of a man, of a child, requires Cain. And the word Cain is significant.
Okay.
And that word is also relative. You can use your mouth as a rod. Remember, the Bible says the word is an hammer, and the word is
Yes. My late dad used words.
Are you good? So I said, provide for their needs and not their wants. Teach them to honor and respect elders. And I've mentioned that you should take time to unlearn any evil things that have been learned from their peers and their loved ones and all that. And please don't let them take the place of your spouse.
Sure.
Don't let them take the place of your spouse. Now, when it comes to domestic assistant, which is the next one there, you say, please don't treat them as slaves. They are only less privileged.
They are not sleeping.
They are not slaves. If you find yourself in their shoe, you will be in their shoe. Are you with me? That is, do you know a war can happen here and we turn all the richest person in this whole place to be? So don't, just always remember that these people are human and they have needs. Help them to attain their goals. Ask them questions. What is their ambition? Some of them want to go to school. If that is their passion, help them to discover themselves. If some of them is trade, help them. But don't say, we brought you here, and no. Ask them the questions on what is their own desire. Is that okay? Treat them as human beings. Not that you have a separate plate and you ask them to go and eat in the kitchen. You don't sit where other people are sitting. You know, I know somebody like that. If their children misbehave, they won't do it. But even if their own sister's children, that pastor, you will see them putting blade And yes, blade
And they
and put pepper.
That's torture.
They will ask you to carry orodo and oat and list and till the following morning. If you mistakenly fall down, you're in trouble. Some people treat people like slaves. You know, so please let's know that they are human beings. Yeah, they are just, you are just privileged. They are less privileged. Are you with me? Also, please ensure that you pay them when there is due. If you bring in domestic assistant, let's pay them. And occasionally give them extra pay when they are faithful in their service. Buy new clothes for them. Do something that will make them know that you are appreciative. Do you understand? Don't just feel that you are paying you. No. Let them know that, look, every little thing they are doing, say thank you to them. They will become a better person. And please don't dump your responsibility on them as wife. You abandon the responsibility of the family to them. They help you to do this. You employ them to do everything in the house. Oh my, this thing. Can you hear me, please? Those of us online, can you hear me, please?
Yes.
Yes, sir. We can
Are you
hear you.
making?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so don't abandon. So when you see them taking your husband now, it's because that is the job description. They should do everything in the house. Yeah, it's their job description. So don't fight them for fulfilling their job description. And also, please be spiritually sensitive in your dealings with them. Some are, when they come in, let me tell you the truth. Let me tell you the truth. The moment they come to your family, they knew who they were. They know that they are now to survive. So they want to do everything to survive. Some might be fetish, it might be stealing. And it's not that they want to steal, but because they feel they are not privileged. And the way to get things is just take one or two things and all that. So it's not their fault. So you need to relearn, they need to relearn all these things. Allow them to come to church. Allow them to listen to their children. Don't push them to places where they will not have a sense of belonging. Make them, even the men feel initially inadequate. Don't dress them up as ourselves. Are you with me?
Yes.
Those are some of the little mistakes our parents made and all that. And you see a lot of it. But make them look like human beings because they are human beings. But be very, very serious. So when you see them and you feel that there are some things, take them to the pastors or somebody, let them pray, anoint them, cast out devils in them. Some of them, not covering. They are demons. And it's not their fault. It's because they were born in that cult. So coming to you, be spiritually sensitive, dealing with them. Is that okay? Now let's talk about the external factors. Please take them, respect them, but respect them afar. Don't let them interject into your family, especially your in-laws. Try as much as possible to avoid over-caring attitude in your family. Because they have a way of, if they show genuine concern, no problem, but let it be a privilege, not by right. Is that okay? If not, they will come in between the families, as it were. And when you have misunderstanding, please don't side your parents on behalf of your wife. Side your wife over your parents. The way you are talking to my mother in the presence of your mother is wrong. It's just a matter of time. All you have done is that one of the greatest needs of a woman is security. If they don't feel secured around you, because what it means, you have already sold them out. So your parents can talk to them anyhow. But if you respect your wife and you make them understand that you respect your wife, forget it. Everybody will respect your wife. Yeah. Everybody. And they talk to your wife anyhow, and you say, you want to go far, you already killed the whole thing. So please, let's manage those things. A lot of our parents made these mistakes and see them talking to their wife, and then when anything happens, said, is what we decide. No. She is part of you. She's part of you now. Is that okay? So please don't take side in attacking your spouse. Is that okay? Both sides, not just husband and all that. It's your fault. And your sister is okay. It's always your fault. See, the moment you say that, the husband's own is crazy. The husband's own is the worst. If you take side with your siblings to attack your husband, forget it. It's worse because the husband will claim that I'm the head of this family. I don't want to see any of your family member.
Then what will start?
Are you with me? That is where the whole challenge that will start. Note this. The best people that get close to you as a woman are your own family members. His own family member will not come, but your own family members will come. That is why the Bible says, therefore shall a man leave his father and mother. They didn't tell the woman to leave his father and mother.
Not true.
You would not see the wife will say, I don't like your brother coming to stay in my house. I don't like your siblings to come and stay. Whereas in that same house, our own siblings are all there occupying the whole place. You're not going to. Guys, I need to shut down. I'm having a training. Yeah, God help me. All right, so my guy, you missed though. I'm running off, right, Sha? But no problem. Well, so please help them as far as possible with your financial resource, but let it be something that both of you have agreed on. When we're talking about finance, we say you should have benevolence pot where you use some to pay your parents, right? So have something that you give to your parents, but both of you should be in agreement. I know some people, they will say, I should use my salary, I give my parents. My husband is not aware. You're just sitting yourself at the leg. My husband does not want my family and all that.
It still boils down to
the family finance.
the money is my money.
So discuss it. You and the money is your money. God will help you.
Don't worry.
Are we together?
You still have both.
So let's look at some of the general tips. Please make all members of your family feel good about themselves. Let them have a better frame of mind that will produce a better result. If they know better, they will do better. Just have it at the back of your mind. Anybody that talks anyhow to you and all that is because the person does not know better. Because if the person knows better, he will do better. The same thing applies to you. The knowledge you're acquiring here now, I think is lightening some bulbs in your head now. And that will help a great deal. If you had known this thing 5 years ago, you discover that things will have been better. And it's not too late. Some of the things that you know today, a lot of people don't know. And they wish they know. So by the time you are talking, they say, and I know where I miss. Many marriages that broke today, in fact, they're the best match. But just that we have stubborn people that they don't understand what the concept of marriage is all about. That does not mean that you're not fighting. And you and Enola, you will fight. You will fight. But the understanding that you are actually disagreeing to agree makes the whole, because each time you fight, it's just helping you to understand your tolerance level, understand your perspective, understand the person's map of the world. Do you understand? You know where this person is coming from. See, we have the tendency to judge the other person based on where you are coming from. Yeah. If you are from a polygamous family like myself, and you are from a monogamous family, you have the tendency to feel, is that how they behave? You can't judge me based on your own background. If you do that, it's an abnormality. For you to understand me, you need to change the perspective, change the angle of elevation, change the angle of perception, and it will change the whole ballgame entirely. Are you with me? So please, just try to create a better frame of mind, give them a better things, and if they know better, they will do better. So don't work on assumption. They should know, they should know. You don't know, it's not their fault. Are you with me? So please help people to reach their potential, help to motivate them, try as much as possible to invest in people, invest in your children, invest in your wife. She may not know how to cook. She may not know how to talk. He may not know how to walk. He may not treat people anyhow and all that. Remember, look at each other. You see what is written on the forehead. Look at it. It is WIP. Can you see it? You get that? WIP is written on everybody's head. So some of us, you are looking at your partner and you are doing like this. We'll be able to see. Is there and it's very big. It will show better on this person's head. Are you with me? Is work in progress. It's not yet made. See, let me go to scriptural now. God said, come, let us make man in our own image and in our own likeness. Now, in the process of making, he created. That is casting a vision. After casting that vision, he now formed the man. He now breathed into the man, and the man became a living soul. Then God now took the man from where he is. He now took them inside the Garden of Eden. They were not created in the Garden of Eden, sure you know. He took them. All this is just the process of making. So don't think the person you married will be the same 5 years' time. Things will change. Don't define me by my past alone. I have a better future. Are you getting that?
Sure.
So most of the time, try as much as possible to invest in one another. Make sure that you invest in your children, invest in them, and be patient, and don't please give up on one another. Are you with me?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Then the last resource is money. Yes, that's the last resource, which we have discussed before. So we're going to talk about it again for those people that have not attended the class. Now, you agree with me that Bible says money is a defense. Men need money. Somebody said statements that money does not bring true happiness, but you cannot be happy without it. So,
The money is an enhancer.
yes, enhancer.
You know, it's easier said than done.
Mm.
I remember when we were dating, I had issue with my younger brother had issue with DFC, so my funds was inside his account. He was planning to do his master in the US. So anytime he gets to the bank statement stuff, I move funds into. So that one, he was into cryptocurrency. He had one deals with one white guy. So he didn't know that the guy became greedy. He didn't know that the guy knew somebody in long story where he had reported the case to EFCC. So we on this, him on the other hand, was processing his papers. It was the last stage. The school had called him, embassy from there, they called him, he has done the interview, everything. So they just needed that statement of accounts before they'll give him the final whatever to take to the embassy. And I moved funds 2 weeks after.
Just lock up.
They locked it up. We're still dragging the case.
Over 5 years now.
It happened 2019. Then we were dating. My mood changed. Oh God. I remember you were telling me we suffer.
I suffer, but it's.
He was telling me, don't let money define your happiness. I know I'm going on. You have put money above everything. Don't do this, don't do this. Why would I go married? Something happened. He now said, remember when you told me I shouldn't let money define my happiness? Oh, yeah, now.
The weight of the two money was different.
You hear him? I said, you see, just they're gone. I said, when you told me that thing, it was like a wake-up call. At that moment, I had to, something in me just said, talk to God. And before I knew it, one way or the other, I forgot about that money and how it helped me rise above that money I thought was everything I needed to become a happy person. Now, if I'm talking about the money, I'm laughing. People will be asking me, I'm not giving you the money. I say, stay there. Now that's happy. Whenever they like, let them release the money. So I'm trying to correct what you said that money, yes, money does not guarantee. For me, I have seen it. It has happened to me. It does not guarantee your happiness.
But you cannot be happy.
You can be happy. You can be happy without money.
No, I'll explain happiness.
And what you have built around you.
Let me explain this aspect of you can't be happy without it. If you have money, you will be able to do a lot of things. You'll be so happy and all that. But if you don't have money, you will discover that there are some things you want to do that you can't do. There are some things that you wish you can. That one, because happiness is a function of happiness. Are you with me? So if happiness happen and you don't have money to make the happiness happen, it's affect. It's not your joy. That's why I use the word true happiness. Money does not bring true happiness. That's joy. But when happiness happen, and you need money to make the happening happen, you don't discover that.
They say the rich also cry. But I prefer to cry in a BMW than on an Okada.
As long as you are crying, but
same bar. I'm crying while I'm sipping on champagne. Oh, Okada, it's not this big thing. We didn't start before everything. Okada has been so sweet.
Ingo Kumbans. Ingo, which one is your own?
Actually, with more water. On top of the cry.
Let's hear Kubams. Did you hear what we're saying, please?
Yes. I mean, I've been driving to weigh into some of the discussion. Money with or without money, that's the subject, I suppose. And the truth of the matter is, just like someone said, you don't need money to be happy, actually. But there are certain things you cannot do without money. Yes. So it's a question of your values. It's a question of your core value system. There is a degree of happiness or joy you have with or without money. Yes, okay. So you condition your mind that with or without this money, I'm going to be, I'm going to be at this state, of, yes, I'm going to be at this state. But I mean, there are basic things, there are certain things you must have money to be able to attend to them. So either way you look at it, I would say not having money not having happiness without money comes first, but then also having money to complement the happiness you have conditioned yourself into, it's also important. I don't know if you got me, sir.
I got you. I want Ronti to help me out because that is the millionaire in our midst. Ronti, unmute yourself. Stop laughing. Unmute yourself and.
Pastor K, how do you know I'm laughing?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I think just like everybody said, there's a difference between happiness and joy. In all sincerity, you have school fees to pay. They brought the bill, you can't pay it. I don't know if you will be happy in that kind of mood, right? So yes, money in that scenario is very, very essential. But like you also pointed out, there's a difference between joy and happiness. And joy is independent of the circumstances, independent of the happenings. So in that scenario, being able to hold on to the joy of the Lord to keep you through those difficult times. I think that's what is important. But yes, money is very essential, close to oxygen.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I can't pick it up. All right. So we all agree, and that's why in financial management, family finance, we said that it's essential that we plan. And I said something about saving. The joy you derive when you know that you have some money that you cannot touch, it will help you to manage your emotion. Are you with me? Okay, let me give you an example. I don't know if I've told you. The 3 of my children are in university.
Yes.
The last one just gained admission to Covenant University. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. The Lord, oh my. So I need to pay school fees, and I don't have the money. But because of the principle that I've applied, I have stocked some money somewhere. Though I don't have the liquid, I don't have those. So it's the one that I have there gives me a kind of leverage or some kind of security. I may not have the money and it's been, but I remember that I've saved some money somewhere. That's why I use the word, if you are not saving, you are not safe. If you are not saving, no matter how small. So those kind of thing will help. So that's why I said that now you need to, we're going to talk for those, some of us that not attend the class or have not attended the class, we're going to talk about financial, family finance. We have to talk about budget. So start saving, even if it's 1,000 naira. So it may not be able to cover up, just like now, I've saved some, and the one that I saved, I fixed one, it will mature in October. It's not enough to cover the school fees, but it's able to cover some. Yeah. That one is a bit better than not having anything. Are you with me? The emotion that's not having anything will stare at you will be a bit different from if you have some. That's what this whole thing is all about. Anyway, you are talking about living the married life, and we're saying, guys, you can live the married life if you look at the resource and you look at the manpower. I mean, the resource and the coordinating resource, and then your output. So define your output, look at the resource there, that man resource, woman resource, time and all that, and then use directing, coordinating, staffing, every other thing to get the outcome. Do you understand that? That is how to live a married life. With this viewpoint of mine, I hope I'll be able to confuse you. All right, any question? Let me take 1 or 2 questions before we go quickly. Clarity, any question? Kumbams, Aki, Kemi, Eniola, Chill.
Some of them is clear.
Eh? I said, you need any clarity? None so? You did not talk at all today. Move closer. Let me see your face right away. Okay. Any question?
No.
It's too loaded, Abby. Sheyi, any question?
No questions. I don't understand you.
It's me or Joshua? I'm not that he's talking. It's Joshua, you don't understand. Joshua, any question? All right, Mr. and Mrs. This one that you're toasting yourself. I don't know what you're saying. I send my account number, but that's what I need now.
Sir, why you don't ask me any question?
See this?
I have a question.
Sorry, Kumbas, I have a question. Before you ask the question, I can see Kumbas up.
This marginalization has to stop.
Kumbas, submit yourself.
No, Pastor, okay, just appreciating you, and I know I joined the class late, but I mean, the many things you were rolling out, I mean, what came to my mind is, because we know the opposite of management is mismanagement. And I've been telling myself that if I mismanage these resources, then my marriage will be terribly mismanaged.
Hmm.
So for me, I mean, that's it's very key, and I think I will go over the recording and then ensure that I catch up on all the things I've missed. But I think today's topic is so critical, and like I said, for me, the picture I just got, it's if you mismanage these things, then your whole marriage and life is mismanaged. So I must manage these resources. That's
Okay.
thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Eniola? Yes.
I don't have any question.
Okay, what is the question? I don't have the question.
No, because earlier you were asking if we have questions, so I just answered. I thought that was why you called me. So I'm just saying
No.
beforehand, I don't have any question. Thank you.
So everything we said, you understand?
Yes, and the parts I'll still take it in and chew on what you said, and if I have questions, then I could ask you directly maybe later.
Okay. Akin Pelumi. Akin. Unmute yourself. Kemi, you are there, right? Yes, I'm hearing you, Akin.
I really enjoyed myself. No questions, sir. At least for now, sir.
Okay. Kemi. I didn't hear you, Kemi. Hello, Kemi. You look as if the class is confusing. Kemi did not say anything, Sha. Roti.
No question, Pastor K. Thank you, sir.
Cheryl. Joyce.
Yes.
Sir, we have no question.
All right, so everybody, I want to say a very big thank you. Since you don't have any question, you say you have a question, right?
Yes.
Yes, please, I have a question.
That the question is that's anyhow.
Why are you coming back to this anyhow?
I want to know so that I'll stop talking anyhow.
Okay, can I pause the recording?
I'm not talking anyhow. They used to be like a general saying. Women talks to, yeah. So women talk.
Shall I stop the recording first?
Yes.